Okay, now I gotta do this one. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Hey, folks, we're back talking live, talking dog. Excuse me, my goodness. I'm gonna just move this a little so we have a better view. I'm gonna show you some newborn pups today. Not newborn, but fairly new, like 2-week-old pups. I have people coming in and out. This is a kennel. You understand that. This is one of the nicest rooms here, which is sort of like a little spa bathroom, to be honest with you. But, you know, dog people don't care, right? We don't care. I've been a breeder over 50 years. My name's Anahata Graceland, and known as the rare bird because of my interest long ago in cryptocurrency. And I got a new nickname called Rare. So you can call me Rare. Anahata is difficult for some people to say. I'm sorry for being a minute or two late today. We're learning how to set up. This is our 4th show. We'll be doing it every day, Monday through Saturday, which is pretty fun. I wanted to talk to you briefly while Gigi, who works here, is getting the puppies that I'm going to show you. And she'll be in just a second. Oh, there she is. But I wanted to just say to you that one of the things that's really important when you have a pup is not to keep them, closeted for any great length of time, where they need to hear sounds. They need to have movement. They need to meet different people. You want your puppy to have stimulation in its brain. They're very, very intelligent, much more intelligent than you've been told in the past, in my view. And it's really important and valuable for them to be handled, to be spoken to hear noises, to have music, not loud. Now, remember, their ears hear well over 100 times what ours hear. So obviously, keep that sound stuff to what's healthy for them as well. But it's, sometimes people have a baby, right? And they want to protect that baby. And in protecting it, they're actually stilting its mind, stilting its capacity long term. And I wanted you to just simply think about that baby as an upstart, right? It needs to get air and light and hear things and see things and feel the wind. Not the wind yet, too early. As a matter of fact, dogs' most difficult thing in the world as a pup, the thing that causes one of the greatest amount of deaths is temperature change. And because they're low to the ground and we're up here, it's warmer up here, right? So the dogs down there have a colder atmosphere, oftentimes 8 to 12 degrees colder down below. And so you really want to be aware of that when you have your pup. But they need to have movement. They need to have exposure to things, right? It's even fun to put a mirror in the space so they get to see themselves. It's fun to, you need to put that down so people on TikTok can see us. Oh, they couldn't see.
Put a little lower,
okay.
So the camera's lined
just because when I'm looking at the camera, I want to be looking at them. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. So you can check that. Excuse me, folks. So yeah, the exposure to things is really important, and different vibes. Right? I mean, there's happy vibes, there's quiet vibes, bedtime vibes, snuggle time vibes. All those different vibes stimulate the brain. They stimulate activity. They stimulate different types of communication. And these things have a lot to do with your pup's development down road in terms of its socialization. Very, very important. Okay. Simple stuff, right? Simple stuff. Well, okay. Listen, I have got some killer little puppies to show you. And one in particular that just absolutely gets me. If you've been seeing the show the last few days, you've seen Paddington, who is our blue-eyed, big sort of klutzy little guy. And I have a boy that's going to be just like Patty. Oh my
he's
God.
so adorable.
You wait until you see. He's really adorable.
And this is Benjamin Smiles, by the way.
Okay,
He's just
here.
part of our crew now. He likes to be here
You put them
for the
there.
show.
That's
So
fine.
he's just going to be here as much as he can be.
Oh yeah, and Benjamin
getting used
is
to
one
it.
of the puppies on the site, on the Royal Frenchel site. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hold on, I'm going to show her after. Hold on. Here he is. Is this him?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the boy.
Yeah, he is so
This
cute.
is the
Oh my
boy.
God.
Hi there. What's the name? We call
What's your
him
name,
Powder. This is little Powder. Oh my God, you're going to enjoy. Oh, Powder, what's going on? Am I putting you in front of the camera? Am I? Yes, I am. Oh, such a good boy. I just want to warm him up a little. It's not fair to just put them wherever we humans think they should go. They need to be considered. Okay, there we go. Now we can say, hello, Powder. Who's that? Is that a crowd that you can't see, but you can feel that I want you looking there? Yeah, the good boy. There we go.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you can see the little fella. You've got to pick that up higher.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously,
I'm watching.
it's not working.
I'm watching him. I
Okay.
can see him.
There you go. Isn't he gorgeous? He's a silky Royal Frenchel. And Royal Frenchel is the breed I created. They're a Frenchie crossbreed. They're absolutely one of the loveliest little creatures you'll ever meet. They love travel. They live 14 to 18 years, almost double the length of a French bulldog. And they are hypoallergenic. They get along with everybody. They love travel. And that's one of the big things about them. They really enjoy travel. So, that's a good boy. Yes, he is. That's a good boy. Yes, it is. You can see his little, see, soft as blazes. He's the silky Royal Frenchel, soft as blazes. And he's 3 weeks old. So you'll enjoy seeing him. Isn't he a doll? And feel free to say anything you want, in the where you can write, because we love to hear from you. Now, this gal is a big gal, and actually, she's going to be staying to breed. I love these dogs, but they're a bit too small. Is there a larger breed of spaniel that is also suitable so it grows a bit bigger? Okay, so first of all, Royal Frenchels come in a few sizes, actually 4. We introduced the super micro once after a few years they were developed, and those are the real tiny ones. Then there's the micro, very small dog. Also, the small, and then there's a regular. And the small and regular, I mean, if you're talking spaniel size, this little gal here would be one of them. Okay, she's plenty big enough. Oh, look at you, pretty girl. So this little gal would be plenty big enough, just in that size range. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to put it.
We have another comment on TikTok here.
Okay, good. All righty.
And
let me show you another one that's, hold on just a minute. Okay. I just want to show you another one. This is another one that's going to be a nice size fella. Yes, this is Oreo. There you go, little Oreo. He's beautiful brindle boy, isn't he? Oh my God, he's so gorgeous. And soft as blazes. Totally soft as blazes. You're just such a good boy. I can't stop kissing you, can I? I can't stop kissing you, can I? But I'm going to just put him up so you can see him. I do think looking in the eyes of your dogs is really valuable. But if you're looking at pups, I think it's so wonderful to do, because you really do get to see them. And I did a show the first day on how it is that I identify the personality and a naming ritual for dogs. And this little boy is just, a super relaxed chunk. He will enjoy going outside, enjoy toys and things of that nature. He's going to be one of those boys that just wants to hang near you, wants to enjoy his life with you. He's not going to be super adventurous. He won't run off. He's not going to be that kind of boy. He'll be adventurous when it comes to relationship with you, going places with you. But he won't be wanting to go, catch a moose, okay? That's just not going to happen here, okay?
No moose catching for you, guy.
Good boy. Yeah, it's fun to have a litter of silkies. Hold on, I'm going to put him down and show you another one. Let's see here.
When you're ready, we have some questions.
Yeah, what are the questions?
So we have Patty Cake. Patty Cake says, love him. I want a girl. How much?
Oh, well, the dogs range from right now. I actually have once in about 4 to 5 years. I have this is a micro, by the way. Every 4 to 5 years, I will place the lines that I've decided on to keep, and I'm actually up for a few surgeries coming up. Actually, one of them is next week. I'm going to have my knee replaced on my right leg. Then I'll have it replaced on my left leg. And then I'm going to get a little bit of my neck replaced. So because of that, I'm placing some of the dogs that I have. So actually, I even have a couple that are I'm giving away who are older and wonderful dogs and ought to live at least, 5 to 10 years longer. And then I have dogs right now between, let's say, 500 and 3,000. And then they start to go up from there, 5,500 to 6,000, then 6,895, 6,995 for a small. And then it goes up all the way up to 16,000, believe it or not, for the super micro. Now, the super micros, I'm going to put her up so you get to see him. I'm sorry. The super micro is a very rare. All of these dogs are rare. I'm the only one in the world with them. I've spent the last 25 years developing the breed. I want you to understand how serious that is. You don't just put 2 dogs together and go call it a breed. I've been breeding these lines for 25 years. I never licensed it out to make money. I did not just let anybody sell them and take a cut or any of that stuff. I did it because I wanted to make sure that we held health as a really good result of our time together. My intention was to solve the issues of the French Bulldog and have a dog that was really a great dog as a service dog that had greater agility, better health, longevity. And as I said earlier, they live 14 to 18 years. My boy just passed a couple of months ago, who's been my service dog for over 16 years, Mr. White. And I have a surprise coming about him, but I won't talk about it today. So they can go up. Excuse me, I was talking about price and cost. Right now, where I live here in Washington, a C-section is $4,000 to $6,000. Rare that it's 4 anymore. That's really expensive. And these guys have 1 to 3. 3 is a big litter for them. Okay, so it's extremely expensive to raise these dogs. Also, I no longer do what I used to, right? You just heard about my some of my upcoming surgeries, etc. Well, I'm in my 70s. I've been a breeder over 50 years, and I no longer do some of the things that I used to. So I have people who work here with me. And so these things cost, and I give excellent food. We have a program called Love Bucket training. 6 days a week, every puppy gets care. And you can tell because you don't see them panicked here, right? Typically, if you go into a kennel, you'll hear tons and tons of barking and noise. And dogs, you go to pick them up, they won't look in your eyes necessarily. And they also they also are very hypey, right? They get hyper, right? Hold on, sweetheart. I'm going to put you down. She has to pee. But But anyway, I don't want to go on and on here about, I've got to make sure we have a half an hour. I want to make sure that you not only see puppies, but you also get to see Gigi, who works here. She does the love bucket training. She's actually the lead in that area. I've worked with Gigi for years. She's my goddaughter, and she's amazing. She's really, really good with the pups. So I'm not sure how to do this.
So
you have it
so
figured
we're ready
out,
for
right?
Gigi's, and
We're
we'll switch
ready
over.
for Gigi.
I just there was one comment I'll just share. It was a share. Tiff says, I have a small and she's the perfect size. So she was pretty excited about that.
Oh, how fun.
All right.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate it, love.
Gonna have these guys on the floor too.
Okay, now we're learning how to do this, and I lost my hair tie, so I don't usually have my hair down like this, which can get caught in the pups, by the way, which is why I wear it back all the time.
Just hold on 1 second.
While they're doing that, I'll talk with you for a minute. I'm going to show you something today that actually I use all the time, and this is our store, Tail Wagging Love. I started a store because you know what bugs me is when people, the dog industry is unregulated, right? And we've all bought dog products. Come on, if you have a dog or you have an interest in dogs, the dog products are so bad out there. And they even sell things that can hurt your dog. Those rope toys and things, please don't give them to your dogs unless they're really, really not a chewer, not a one that'll pull it apart, because that can get caught in their intestines and harm them. But anyway, Tail Wagging Love. This is a thermos that I absolutely adore. I take it everywhere with me in my car because the bottom here unscrews. Whoops. Unscrews. You can put food in one. You can put water in the other. And I can drink. So the dogs and I have a ball. We go places, super easy to clean. Goes in the dishwasher. You wipe out the bowls in the dishwasher. You do have to just wash those out really quickly and easily. I hardly do it, to be honest with you. But the thing about it is this, remember this. There's no one with a dog that hasn't missed water time when it's time for water, or hasn't seen a pup with a little bit of low blood pressure, blood sugar. And you may not be able to identify it yourself, but even me as a person who has lived with my dogs all my life, it's so important to remember to give them that water. They use it up very quickly, the moisture in their systems, and they need water, right? And we're out shopping, whatever. We think we're going to be home in 2 hours. Instead, it goes to 5. And, this sucker in my car, it's so nice. We get back in the car. I open it up. I give them a drink. I have a drink. And the truth is, I put cheese things in here, and I have some and they have some, and it's a nice bonding with my dogs. They love it. They see this coming and they're like, oh yeah, I'm right there. Okay, Turo, are you ready? All right.
That camera.
Oh, you can get the drink. You can get the link to that, by the way, folks, down below.
Excuse me, Benjamin.
Well, I appreciate your patience, everyone. We really are trying to work this out, because doing a show with dogs that are like 6 inches tall or 4 inches tall, and we're 5 feet tall, that's quite a feat.
Come here, ready for some treats, Benjamin? Okay, Benjamin. I don't think they can see from there.
So Benjamin, let me just tell you here, Benjamin is an available puppy. And Savannah over here is an available puppy. Oh, it's a good girl. Yes, you are. And Gigi, you want to say a quick hello?
Yes. Hi, my name is Gigi. I'm Anahata's goddaughter, and I work with the puppies every day. And I love my job, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I get to train them. I get to spend time with them. And they become my best friends. So this is my Savannah girl.
Okay, let's do the treat.
Right.
We have a half an hour. We may need to extend the show. We've only got a few minutes left already. Okay, go.
Savannah, sit, lay down.
Good girl, Savvy. Dolly. Why don't you hand me Dolly? Yeah, Dolly is my girl, and she's just a house dog. She's one of my house dogs. And Snowball, this little tiny one here, is my service dog. Actually, she's awesome.
Are you laying down already? You're so smart. Okay. There's a lot of dogs. Come here,
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin. You want treat time? You want treat time? Benjamin?
He's not interested in treats
Yeah.
today, huh?
No, he's not.
That's okay, but you did call him, so he needs to turn toward you.
Benjamin. Good boy. That's a good boy.
That's a good boy. He turned to you. Good for that. Now
Good
you can
boy.
get him involved.
Benjamin. Want treat? Oh,
He's enamored with Dolly.
yeah.
Isn't that cute?
It is.
Look, he loves Dolly. He keeps looking back at Dolly. And
Lay
me.
down. Good,
Good boy, Benjamin. So
Good
these
boy.
guys, this is part of
Sit.
the training. He doesn't, I've never taught him to sit because I'm not big on sitting. But if you want to, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
there
boy.
you go.
Good girl. Good boy, Scratch.
Oh, Scratch,
There
good
you
boy.
go.
Scratch is my other little service dog.
This one.
I have two super micros as service dogs now because of my back.
You're sitting in the wrong spot, buddy. Come here. Come here. Gotta turn around.
Okay, one more scene, and we'll wrap it up. Because I have Jessica. Can you finish the show or no? Can we make it?
Yeah,
longer?
I mean, we go as long as we
Let's-
want.
Yeah, let's go longer.
Folks,
If you want to stay, you can, because we have a couple of things. We might be a few minutes over. That works for you.
works for you.
Lay down. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Benjamin?
He's so funny.
Want treat? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy.
All right, all right, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for showing just a bit of our training that we do in the love bucket training for our puppies, because it's really valuable. And my big thing with our dog is activating that brain toward relationship, so they really they know that they're an individual. They know they're unique, that we see them as a person, and that we can interact with them on more complex things at an early age. And what that does for customers who take our dogs, well, you'll hear yourself. Let me bring Jessica Blinn on. She's a customer of ours. She has, well, let me let her tell you.
Hi, Jessica.
Jessica, good to have you with us, sweetheart. You are a music teacher, you're a singer, and you perform. I know you performed for the governor, I guess, last year or the year before, in the state of Washington. And anyway, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you guys
Oh,
well.
good. All right. Well, I think it'd be nice. We can't really see your dog that well.
Yeah.
This is a good sized dog for the woman who had talked about sizing. I want you to just see for a little bit. She's a very good size, nice, stocky little gal. Go, Jessica, share with us whatever you feel you'd like to share.
Okay. Well, I have been a Royal Frenchel owner now for 16 years because I've got my old girl here, Peppercorn, right there. She's 16
You can see the little black thing in the middle of the pillows. That's Peppercorn.
There she is.
She is.
And she's been coming with me to my music lessons and events since she was 6 months old. I remember when I got her from you and I was all concerned about bringing her to lessons. And you said, don't worry, she'll do just fine. And you were right. She just settled in. And she's come with me to gigs. She's come with me to concerts. In fact, Arturo, I think, came and videoed her at one of my concerts. She just,
Oh
I
my
told her
God.
to sit. I told her to
That
sit.
was so fun, Jessica. She sat up in a chair in the front row and she was perfect through the entire thing.
The
She
whole thing.
watched you so dearly. Oh, it was so precious.
Yeah, it was. And also I have a third girl, but she's not with me right now. Oh, look at Joy's got my lipstick on her head. So, wow.
Why
So
do you
she's-
love a Royal Frenchel? Just if you were to pick 5 words, why do you love a Royal Frenchel?
Okay, I'll try to do 5 words. Best friend, intuitive companion, so easy to train. I'm not so good with the brief words, but this was classic. I was at a rehearsal with my choir 2 weeks ago, and one of my students was having clearly a really hard night. Like he was having a tough time, and he sat down on the floor, and my girl Gidget walked over to him, got on his lap, and sat on his lap for about 90 minutes of the rehearsal.
Oh,
She just knew, and she knew what he needed, and she just was there for him. And
yeah.
that is a classic Royal Frenchel experience. I love that I can take them everywhere. I mean, we talk about Peppercorn, how she just stayed in that front seat for my concert. I don't do much training with these dogs. My husband can tell you.
With a Royal Frenchel, you don't really have to. And that's
No.
the great thing. If you're consistent and in relationship with them, right? I mean,
Exactly.
because you take them everywhere. I've seen you in town and
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's like, so what I have the relationship with them. You taught me about that. You taught me about the consistency. And when I do that, they are so responsive and just so easy in all of these different environments. And they're so great with all different ages. I mean, they love kids. They're great with all of my students. And I teach people from like 7 years old to 80. And they just easily connect with everybody. So those are some of the strengths. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I keep noticing the lipstick on Joy's head.
I have to watch it when Jessica comes to visit because she's always wanted to take another one home. She's had so many. It's really fun.
I swear, if we could have 50 of them, we probably would.
Yeah. Well, Jess, I really appreciate you jumping on board. Can I ask you one other question? Because I think the breeding process is so important, how we treat the dogs that we raise for sale. And I wondered, what have you experienced here at Royal Frenchel? Because you've been here so many times. What is it like for you?
Well, I sing your praises all the time to people that I'm telling about Royal Frenchel, because the attention that you and your team give to each dog is really incredible. I see every puppy getting love bucketed, really getting seen, individual care. I see such a high caliber of care held by you and Arturo and the team in terms of cleanliness and good food. And then just how you interact with the dogs, it's really beautiful. Like your team gives them love. Your team interacts with them as the individuals that they are. And it gives me so much happiness to come in and see that kind of environment for the animals that you're caring for.
And it's not palatial by any means, is it?
Nope.
Jessica's got a beautiful home on the river, and she comes here. This is a dog house, folks. This is a dog house. Okay, the room you are in is not the whole house. I promise you. But the dogs love it, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
And you said there was a customer interested in like the larger size. So I'm gonna just. Mama Joy, I'm just gonna. She's this classic Royal. I'll pick her up. She's not even.
She's a regular size.
She's a regular. I think she's about 24 pounds right now.
Oh, that's just over us. Okay. Just the low part of the regular size.
Maybe, yeah, she's usually around 24, 25. So right, the smaller size of regular. But she's a nice, perfect chunk of dog.
Yeah. It's nice sometimes to have the larger ones. I love my little ones, but I have so many that they kind of form a bigger one on me in bed at night, which I love. I love that weight on me. And but I now have the little ones because they're just so easy for me. I don't have to, they go anywhere and so does she. I know you take her everywhere, but at my age and with some of my challenges that I have physically, and now I'm finally in the super micros because, and I must say, I love them. I really wondered if I would. All these years, my customers have been after me to get a super micro and saying, you know, my God, you have the pick of any dog. Why don't you have one? And I just, you know, well, of course, I had my 2 service dogs who were Mr. Ed and Mr. White. And they were, my God, 16 and a half years. So that's a long time. And now they've just moved on to the Rainbow Bridge this last year or just last few months, really. And so now I have some new ones I'm bringing along, and it's the super micro now. Yeah, well, listen, Jess, I really appreciate you being here with us. Thank you so much, honey. I love people to hear real people who, you know, the world is filled with so much today to sell things. And I wanted to make sure that we give real people and are accountable and you know, have fun. And yes, I need to sell things and earn income. Absolutely, I do, like everybody else. However, let's make it really sweet and nourishing. So thank you for helping make it nourishing today. I really appreciate that.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. I just love my girls so much.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to say is Peppercorn's 16 and a half, and she's just in such great health. That's the other thing. I mean, you know, she's such a dear friend, and it's really wonderful that I get to have a long relationship with her, which you get in the breed. And
absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, she is. That's right. She was right along with my kids.
Yeah, she was.
Listen, I want to just let you all know that there is below are the links to Tail Wagging Love for the thermos that I showed you earlier. Really awesome. And if anybody was on the show and you happen to see this on the show, I will send you just for today, if we hear from you today, not anytime in the future right now, or maybe I'll make it 2 days, okay? So that anybody who watches the show and couldn't make it during this time, I'll send you 8 little wonderful travel packs of treats. And these are real good food. They're lovely meat, all meat, chicken and apple and stuff. So know that you'll get that. If you go over to the Amazon store, if it's something that you enjoy, we'd love for you to do that. And yeah, you all have a wonderful day. Let me just get one of our little babies to say goodbye. We're going to have our little powder and say bye and much love to you. Lots of royal love. Bye-bye now. See you tomorrow, noon.